You're tuned in to the Court Boys Radio Show, where hip-hop meets conspiracy. You're tuned in to the Court Boys Radio Show, where hip-hop meets conspiracy. You're tuned in to the Court Boys Radio Show, where hip-hop meets conspiracy.
Turn my mic on. What we got? All right. How is the sound? All right. Test. Mic check. All right. How's everybody doing? It's your man, Pearlie Cue in the building. Court Boys Radio Show. Tomas. My man Tomas. Check it in. What's up, man? Don't do it. Don't do it. We're going to do it. What's up? What's up, everybody on Facebook? My man Tomas, check it in. My man Steve Boyd on Facebook. What's up, people? How's it going, man? Excuse me. So, yeah, what is the deal? How is that music? I can't tell how loud it is. It's too loud in the background for you guys. So, you know what we'll do? We'll just cut it. What happened now? Tomas says the ice cream man was back. Hang on, let me get the drops in. Let me get the drops in first.
You're tuned in to the Court Boys Radio Show, where hip-hop meets conspiracy.
And
Court Boys, sucker.
All right, so I don't want to get off track, but what happened? What was the ice cream man doing today, Tomas? For those who don't know, the ice cream man is the Arizona, where we're at here, home base for Court Boys Radio Show. Pearlie Cue Podcast is Mesa, Arizona, to be exact, Phoenix area. So the governor, Doug Ducey, his nickname is the Ice Cream Man. We went through that in another episode. But basically, before he got into politics, he was very successful in the ice cream franchise business, Cold Stone Creamery, to be exact. Hence, the nickname, that's his street name, the Ice Cream Man. Shout out to my man Tomas. Listen, y'all. Yeah, let me know what was happening locally, man. Look, a lot of people have been, people send you stuff, Messenger, little videos. And, a lot of, I have some friends that are Trump supporters, and shout out to my man Bobby Sweaters out there in NY. He's always sending me, the pro-Trump stuff. And so what I've been seeing, for those who don't know, again, even if we can't be looking at the mainstream media all the time. You won't get anywhere. You'll get stuck. But for those, you still got to pay attention a little bit, right? And from what I've been seeing, it seems like the voters, there seems to be like little question that the voters are supporting Trump. Okay? When I say this, I mean, it looks to me like the majority of people that are voting want to see Trump in office. Let me know what you guys think. But that's observation number one. And then, so the reason why this episode, episode 5, Pearlie Cue Podcast, what did I name the title? Florida Shenanigans. All right, so 2000. If you've been around, long enough, you remember, all right, the 2000 election, Al Gore, Bush Jr., Florida, the Florida recount. Okay, you might remember that. So what I see, and my question is, are we going to see the same scenario play out? In my opinion, I think we are. And here's in my opinion, here's what I see happening, because it looks, everything is in place. All right. You got Trump talking about, look, we got the ballots, okay, everything for the, because of the pandemic and all this other stuff. We got the voter fraud, right? Issue there, all right? Trump's made it clear, he's concerned with this, all right? So you've got this component where there's a possibility, right, for voter fraud, and allegedly there's a lot of this going on where people are basically paying for votes. Not that it hasn't, never mind. Stop it, Pearlie. Stay on task. So here's what I see. This is what it reminded me of. The Florida recount, 2000. I'm going to play a clip here of, this is like the intro to Michael Moore's documentary, Fahrenheit 9/11, for those who've seen that. And he makes and he points out a few things here. And again, if you were there, you know this to be true. So basically what happened, looked like Al Gore was going to run away with the election. Al Gore won. According to all the major, everybody was reporting, CNN and, every major news outlet was reporting, they got the state map up, and, Al Gore pretty much had it, without question. But then Fox News starts reporting differently. And so that's the clip here. Let's pull this up just to give y'all an idea. Again, for those who ain't about that life. I'm 60 years old, man. We've been around. We've seen it. So I don't need, but that's why we're showing this to y'all who might not have been there and remember, because they don't want you to remember stuff like this. But let's play that clip. Let's play that clip, and then we'll take a look at the comments. So don't worry, y'all. We're gonna get to the comments here in a minute. But let's play this little clip of what went down in 2000. Bush Gore, Florida recount, AKA. That's what happened because of this. It's a big mess. Went to the Supreme Court, all that. Let's play this clip.
It was election night 2000, and everything seemed to be going as planned.
In New York, Al Gore is our projected winner. The Garden State is green for Gore.
We project that Mr. Gore is the winner in Delaware. This state has voted with the winner in
Excuse me 1 second. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Mike, you know I wouldn't do this if it weren't big. Florida goes for Al Gore.
CNN announces that we call Florida in the Al Gore column.
Then something called the Fox News Channel called the election in favor of the other guy.
Not to interrupt you, Fox News now projects George W. Bush the winner in Florida, and thus it appears the winner of the presidency of the United States.
All of a sudden, the other network said, hey, if Fox said it, it must be true.
All of us at the networks made a mistake and projected Florida in the Al Gore column. It was our mistake.
Now, what most people don't know is that the man who was in charge of the decision desk at Fox that night, the man who called it for Bush, was none other than Bush's first cousin, John Ellis. How does someone like Bush get away with something like this? Well, first, it helps if your brother is the governor of the state in question.
You know something? We are going to win Florida.
Let me stop it right there. So, we'll stop it right there because we're going to make a few notations. Again, all the other networks had it, Gore had it. Then all of a sudden, and back then, for those who don't know, again, you ain't been around, you ain't been around like the old guy has. Fox was new. Fox News was a brand new network. A lot of these cable networks were, but Fox News was a new network, right? Newer. And that's the way it went down, okay? Everybody was reporting, Gore won, and even Florida. And then all of a sudden, just so happens, Bush's first cousin is over there at Fox. And just so happens that Fox reports is the only network that reports Bush winning by, 1 point. What was it, 48%, So, and again, he's gonna point out some interesting facts allegedly here, okay? Because I haven't verified these, but this is all public record, okay? But that and his brother was governor. Obviously, we know this. This is public record. Governor of Florida at the time. So a lot of interesting circumstances, right? So let's keep going here and finish this.
Florida, mark my words. You can write it down.
Second, make sure the chairman of your campaign is also the vote counting woman, and that her state has hired a company that's going to knock voters off the rolls who aren't likely to vote for you. You can usually tell them by the color of their skin. Then make sure your side fights like it's life or death.
I think all this talk about legitimacy is way overblown.
And hope that the other side will just sit by and wait for the phone to ring. And even if numerous independent investigations prove that Gore got the most votes,
if there was a statewide recount under every scenario, Gore won the election.
It won't matter, just as long as all your daddy's friends on the Supreme Court vote the right way.
While I strongly disagree with the court's decision, I accept it.
What we need now is acceptance. We have a new president-elect.
It turns out none of this was a dream. It's what really happened.
So that was a good summary of what happened, all right, in 2000. Bush Gore. Florida recount. Went all the way to the Supreme Court. And that was the first time that we saw, what really goes on. So, because everybody involved, pretty much, even Gore himself said it there, even when he was forced to accept the Supreme Court decision, He did not agree with it. Okay, but because from all of the evidence, it was clear that Gore won Florida. But some other people had some other plans, and so that's how that went down. So to get to tonight's topic, and let's get to the comments here. My bad, y'all. Let me get to the comments. Let me see if we have time. Yeah, Tomas said, we had some local shenanigans going on with the governor of Arizona. Let me see. Tomas says he had a press conference. Doug Ducey, that is. They kept asking him about unemployment issues. What? He refused to answer. So that's Governor Doug Ducey. Hey, you know what? If you need a job, you know who's hiring? Amazon. For those who don't know, Amazon did their quarterly earnings report today and totally blew expectations out of the water. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And they're building, they're obviously they're expanding everywhere, and Arizona is one of the places. So yeah. Tomas said Doug Ducey cut the press conference short because he was getting pissed off. Hey, what's up? Slick Shoe on D Live. Yes, 70% of the world is behind. Yeah, of the yes. Look, I agree, man. I agree. Right? Again, my position, my opinion. I don't support either one. But I've said this. I've said this in the past. I'll say it again. If I was going to play that game and choose one, it would be Trump, just because of, come on. I mean, you're going to get the same. In my opinion, you're going to get it. It's just a question of when and how, in my opinion, no matter who's in office. But if I had the better choice is obviously Trump, right? I mean, Joe Biden, again, and now with, with the mess, with his son, the Ukraine, there's a lot of issues there that point to him, using his office. He was vice president at the time, using his influence, again, to hook his son up, And are we surprised? Does that surprise me? No, that's what these people do. I'm just saying, if it's about character, if it's about leadership, then yeah. And, can you point out some things about Trump? And, again, he's got his family working for him. He's appointed his son-in-law, Kushner, is appointed to the, an administrator. Look, man, that's what they do. It's what they do. But, yes, I agree, Slick Shoe, yes. The majority of people, it's very clear, want Trump to win and are voting for Trump. Now, here's my thing, and this again, the reason why I wanted to do this episode was because I see, just like, because I was there and I saw it, and I want to say I was going for Gore at the time. I don't know how old I was, but everybody wanted Gore. It's just like now, everybody wants Trump. People just liked Gore, but if it was about, that's what I mean. I wasn't, how old was I in 2000? 18, 19, whatever. But it's just Gore was a more likable guy. That's why I liked him. So back before we started getting my conspiracy education up, I played that game, politics, and yeah, Gore was the better choice, right? People just liked him, so that's why he did better than Bush. And what I'm seeing now is like what happened in 2000. They're doing the same things. They're saying, but now they're starting early. I don't know if you know. But they're, again, mainstream media is basically, they're saying Biden has this, is ahead. And, and And if you look around in reality, man, I mean, they had a Trump rally down the street from my house last weekend where people just came out, and drove up and down. Trump supporters just came out, and parked on the side of the road, and everybody's got the banners on their cars. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen Biden people. So what I see, again, my point, I see mainstream media trying already, to shift the perception that Biden is ahead, and it just doesn't make sense. So the question is, are we going to see? And it's not just mainstream media. Trump himself has been, promoting this, with the voter fraud. He's been very clear about mail-in ballots, and he has some valid concerns there. So, I see a big old mess coming, y'all. It's one of two things. They're gonna do like they did in 2000 and just say, hey, do a recount, except it's gonna be like nationwide. It's not gonna just be one state. It's gonna be like a nationwide fiasco. And they're, and then here's what I personally think. They're gonna give it to Biden. And this is why. I think they're gonna do that to piss people off. Because again, I don't, nothing else makes sense to me. Again, why are they projecting him ahead? There's no way he's ahead, When you look around, when you talk to people, again, people that are voting, supporting Trump, all right, overwhelmingly. I mean, if you look at the rallies Trump's doing, people are coming out like it's packed, full house, standing room. And you look at, you look at the Biden campaign, man, they're terrible. Like, they're doing like social distancing. Like, they got people in circles and spaced. Look, I mean, and I didn't have time to pull up all that. It's really, it's no need to, because I'm sure you guys you guys know, if you're in the United States, you just look around you and tell me. You guys tell me. Do you see what I see? Do you, are people, do you see the support for Trump like I do? Every day. Like, I see it around every day. Let me know what you guys think. My man Tomas says the ice cream man sounds like number 45. He don't like the media. Says they turn things around. He says, I didn't say that. See, the media's calling him out. It's funny. Look, man. Of course. Look, they use the media again. So that's the funny part about all of this. Again, when it's convenient, the media, But now politicians here, they're doing like Trump. Like, hey, wait, fake news. When did Trump start that? Fake news. Now everybody, hey, that's a good idea. When shit's not going good for us, we could blame it on them. Brilliant. My man Slick Shoe, let's see. It says, oh man, could you just imagine if they did give it to Joe? Riots would be crazy. That's my point, sir. That's my point. With everything that's going on, with all the triggering that's going on, okay, BLM, racial tensions, the economy, the lockdown. I mean, this is why, personally, I think these people, because they've done a lot worse. All right? When I talk about these people, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, y'all know what I told. Where are my drops? Where are my drops at? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
You're tuned in to the Court Boys Radio Show, where hip-hop meets conspiracy.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. These people have done a lot worse. So it would not surprise me one bit if somehow, magically, Joe Biden won the election. And like you said, Slick Shoe, like you said, man, Like Slick Shoe said, see, that's what I mean. And that's why I wanted to ask you guys, because I know I'm not the only one that sees this. I know I'm not the only one. So yeah, that would be crazy. People would be pissed off, to say the least. Shit would really hit the fan if Joe Biden were to win this election. It's very clear now. It was, if it wasn't clear before, it's very clear now. Because again, the voters, it is what it is, man. The voters want Trump to win. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Slick Shoe says, good point. Scary. Yes, it is scary, because that's what I mean. So, and that's why I think these people would do that. That's why I think they would pull a Florida 2000 on us. And we got to recount, and then we're gonna. But see, are they even gonna go through all that? I don't even think they have time to do all that. The Florida recount and the Supreme Court, that drug on for a minute, and we're like in an accelerated time right now, as far as the shenanigans. So I think I don't think it's gonna go to the Supreme Court. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. So all we can do is wait and see what they do. But it's again, it's very clear that Biden-Harris ticket does not. People are not resonating with them. It's just what I see. It's not about how I feel or anything. That's what I see. That's what I see going on. That's what's going on. Let me know what you guys think. Again, very interesting. So that's the $1 million question, y'all. Are they trying to make shit pop off? You thought George Floyd was bad, right? That's what I mean. They use that as an excuse to start rioting all over the place. What would happen if what would happen if Biden won? Like Slick Shoe said, scary proposition there. But hey, that's what these people do. Problem, reaction, solution. They cause the problem, wait for people to react, and then here they come with the solution. So that's the scary part about it. What's going to happen? What would happen? Okay. We know what the problem is with this, with Biden winning, is that yes, you're going to have a lot of pissed off people. Okay. So that's the reaction. And then what's the solution? So what are you going to do? How are you going to deal with the pissed off people? What are the people going to be doing? Well, if we're led to believe, that's what I mean. If people run around here, trying to burn shit down for, George Floyd, then, what are people going to do, when, again, they know they've been. Because let's face it, man. If Biden wins, it's gonna be clearly. Everybody's gonna know that there's some issues with the system. Okay, I'm just gonna put it mildly. Get back to the comments. So let me see. Slick Shoe says, to be honest, I think they refined the whole Florida 2000 thing with mail-in voting, being able to wait for incoming mail. Yeah, look, again. So the problem, and that's what I mean, so with everything that's going on, right? So with the lockdowns and the pandemic, and, so mail-in, again, there's more mail-in voting going on. And again, this is what Trump's side is arguing. Hey, there's a potential here which is true. There's potential for some, you know, I wouldn't call it fraud, but whatever, like some, you know, some mistakes, or if at best, like some, you know, some problems. Okay, whether it's trying to get all these mail-in ballots counted, there's obviously, you know, it's going to be a lot to deal with, right? And again, so there's you know, probability that mistakes are going to be made, right? That's what I mean. You know, it's just the way it is, right? So yeah, so what are they going to do? We'll find out. Slick Shoe says, yeah, or they'll just make it disappear. Well, that's what I mean, I guess, again. So, you know, if you have the scenario where Biden wins and a lot of people are pissed off, and then, you know, what happens? You know, what are people going to do is the question. And then based on what people do, I'm using the example of the George Floyd thing because we're led to believe that people did go out and tear shit up. You know, was it as organic as we're led to believe? I don't think so. I've been very clear about that. You know, wasn't organic at all, in my opinion. Shoot, we even have some questions about the Floyd incident itself, but, you know, I'm not going to get into that right now. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully that's all it is. It's interesting. Hopefully. Good Lord, people. So, yeah. That's funny. You know what? I gotta look that up, Tomas. My buddy Tomas was talking about the governor here in Arizona, which already signed into law the vaccination mandate. Look here, man. Look here. It's already a law, and we don't even have it. We don't even have one yet. But when it comes out, Governor Doug Ducey here in Arizona has mandated that everybody has to get it. See, that's what I mean. I'm not, you know, that's what I'm saying. Look, and depending on where you are, that's what I mean. We all have, I believe, bigger fish to fry. People say local, yeah, make sure you vote local. Yeah, everybody knows the election's garbage, but look here. And I thought, and I was a little surprised. I thought, you know, Arizona wouldn't jump on the hype train so quick. But I was wrong. So we'll see what happens. And we talked about that on a previous episode, but we might have to revisit that, because in the bill itself, it states that law enforcement can and will be used if necessary to enforce the mandate. Look it up yourself, people. Arizona, I don't have it, you know, like I said, we talked about it before, but I don't have it off the top of my head. But it's all right there, black and white, you know. And yeah, I'm more concerned with that than I am. Well, I don't know. It's kind of equal. Because I know if Biden wins, there's going to be a lot of pissed off people. So, you know. So yeah, get yourself together. Be prepared. All right, that's all I'm saying. But you know, things like this where they're sliding these mandates like kind of under the, you know, nobody's really talking about it. So what you mean? If I don't want it, you're gonna send the goons to my house? What, they gonna strap me down? Somebody gonna strap me down and stick a needle in my, you know, what do you mean? What do you mean? And that's all it says. It just says, you know, they're very vague. But, you know, you really don't got to be detailed. So if you're going to leave the rest up to my imagination, okay, I got you, you know. But it's funny how, yeah, they just say these things. They write these things on these pieces of paper and put them out for us to, you know, say, here you go. And basically that, yeah, get it or else is, you know, what they're saying in that law, that mandate, all right, which they just passed a couple months ago, I believe, 2-3 months ago at the most. So yeah, when it comes out, you're gonna have to get it, or else. You know. And it's funny how nobody talking about that, or at least mainstream media ain't talking. That's why we're I know what I know you guys are talking about it. We're talking about it. People are talking about it, but they don't want us. Yeah, no big deal. It's for your own good. It's for your own safety. The nerve of these people, That's what when it comes to getting pissed off about what these people do, it's the fact that they really think they have the authority to do, to say things like this, to mandate, something like that. Yeah, you get it. You got to get this. You got to get this shot, or else, man, I'm gonna send the goons. And that's what I mean. It's like, so to me, all politicians, need to get the hell out of here. Because for you to, that's what I mean. Would you ever do that to your neighbor? I would never walk. Hey, man, you got to do this because I said so. Because I know better than you. We don't act that way. Regular people don't do that. Treat others, like we expect to be treated. Basically, is what most people do. So most of us don't even think that way. But these people, these people do. Let's see. Let me get back to the comments. Slick Shoe says, to be honest, I think they refine. Oh, no, my bad. We already read that one. Yeah, man, massive red flag with mandated, vax. Exactly. Nobody's on board with this, man. The public, that's what I mean. It ain't like Trump where people are like, yeah. I don't see nobody running around saying, yeah, mandatory vaccinations. Nobody's doing that, son. It's crazy to me. Slick Sue says, I like to know what's in them. Look, you're never gonna know, man. Look, from what we do know, look, they're talking about RNA. They're talking about like changing your genetic. Some of these. Look, look, man. It's all bad. All right, do your research, man. I'm not even gonna get into it. I've done my research. And just like the metals and all this stuff that's in just normal, that are normal vaccines that we thought, again, nobody, because we never ask, we just trust these people. We just trust them. They tell us it's for our own good and we trust them. We don't look into it ourselves. Look, man, but this one here is on another level. Again, they're talking about messing with your genetic makeup. Like, some of them. Some of these vaccines are like, got some kind of, again, it's too much. It's too much. Too much. Can't even get into it here. Can't even get into it, son. So yeah, that's all I got, y'all. All right. So let me know what you guys think. And again, phone lines, are open, people. I want to call. If you're over here in the U.S., I know we got some people overseas checking in. I think I'm gonna have to turn the 800 number, the toll-free number, back on, so you guys across the pond don't have to worry about charges or anything. But links in the description. All right. Pearlie Cue Podcast, man. All right. Everywhere on social media. Pearlie Cue. All right. Check us out on Mixcloud, so you can get. So you can get the hip hop, which is the foundation of the Court Boys radio show. All right, digging in the crates, with yours truly. And we do that on Mixcloud. We do the podcast and the music. All right, so follow us on Mixcloud to get the full experience. Slick Shoe says, yeah, they tried it in Melbourne, Australia. The one you're thinking of. People are saying it feels like their souls had left them. Yo, man, I can't. The reason why I don't talk too much about the vax stuff, because they look, and nobody cares, all right? Y'all, I mean, our audience, you know, we're under the radar, all right? But still, you really, you know, they will just, you know what's going on with the censorship, you know, the purge, YouTube, you know, social media, you know, they're really censoring people, and especially talking about things like the vax, right? But yes, if you just do a little bit of due diligence, you will see, I cannot remember, but one of the major research, you know, one of the companies that were developing, like one of the top 3, Operation Warp Speed, you know, all that crap, stopped recently because of issues, all right? Adverse effects that that what they were they're testing on people, and people, you know, they're having issues, all right? So again, not cool at all that they're trying to, you know, mandate this. Not cool at all. Yeah. Slick Shoe says, yeah, I totally understand. Fly low with this stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, right. So, you know, are you going to see me, you know, I can't, you know, be screaming about, you know, F vaccinate, you know, I'm not going to do that. You know, we're going to talk about it. But, and again, again, our audience, you know, is whatever. So, again, we're way under the radar, but still, like I said, they're going real hard, you know, trying to keep people from even talking about this on social media, right? These platforms, you know, that we use, Facebook and YouTube, you know, they're just, and if you do have an audience, you do have, you know, you do got 50,000 or more people looking at you, they cut, you know, they're purging people left and right, deleting people, canceling. It doesn't change anything though, all right? This is why that doesn't bother me. It doesn't change anything. All right, people, you know, people are still gonna, it's not gonna change people's minds, all right? In my opinion, you can cancel people all you want. You know, you can try, and you know, that's what I mean. You know, they call it, and on social media, again, it's for your own good. We don't want people getting bad misinformation, and you know, that's what they justify it when you ain't supposed to say COVID. You know, you ain't supposed to even say that. Talk about it. You can't. You know, if you're not an expert, you shouldn't be talking about it because we don't want people to get, you know, misinformation and blah blah blah. You know, it's all rubbish. We all know this. We all know this, son. All right, but yeah, man, I appreciate y'all checking in. That's all I got for this one. So be on the lookout, y'all. What is the election? 6 days away or something? So that's why I wanted to put this out now. So if it does happen, I can say Negro Damas predicted. I told y'all. Nah, it's not. I hope it doesn't. I really hope this does not happen the way I think it might. And like I said, because these people are known for doing worse. Again, and as far as what triggering goes and causing some, you know, some big old, this is, yeah, that'd be the easiest way to do it. Give the election to Biden and see what happens. I hope I'm wrong. Slick Shoe says, yeah, the misinfo ain't working. The word's getting out. Of course. Again, there are a lot of people that just do what they're told. There are some. You know, there are a lot of people like that. But most of us, especially if you're, you know, you're rocking with us. If you're old, you know, you're old enough to know better. Then all this stuff these people are doing out here makes no sense. Like, what are you talking about, right? I just know better. I know better because, see, because I'm 60 years old, okay, and I know. All right, and I know we never, you know, world never shut down because people got the flu. I know this, okay? This never happened before. Nothing's changed. People have been getting the flu since, you know. So whatever, man. Whatever. I don't even know. But that's why I do this show, because thank you for you guys like Slick Shoe, like my man Steve Boyd. You know, I know that we're out there. I know that we're the regular people are out there, and you know, and again, we're not going for this. We don't agree with this nonsense that they're trying to pull. So that's all I would, you know, that's all I can really say. You know, like-minded people need to, you know, need to stick together, right? Basically. Hey, what up, man? My man, Linwood checking in. What's up, brother? Late night checking it. Yeah, man. Yeah. What is it? Shoot, it's 1 a.m. over there on the East Coast. My man Linwood, a friend of mine, went to school together. Man, Linwood, back in Hamden, Connecticut. Yeah, appreciate you checking in, man. Check the. Yeah, I'm almost done now, but yeah, basically what I was saying was, and my man Linwood knows about what happened in 2000. The Florida recount. Well, again, we were all, you know, we were in high school back then, right? We were in high school back then. And you remember the Florida recount, right? Where Gore won, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, Fox did, you know, again, it's the funniest thing, but that's exactly how it happened. Linwood, I played a little clip of Michael Moore's, you know, when he summarized that whole thing of how it went down, how all the major news networks, you know, had Gore winning, you know, and he did. And then at the last minute, Fox News started reporting that Bush won by 1 point, won Florida, and then everything changed, and then everybody, oh, we made a mistake. Everybody else just said, oh man, oh, my bad. You know, that's basically what I was talking about today, how I see that scenario playing out again. You know, you ain't got to be Negrodamus to, you know, again, because we lived through it. So, and when people do, that's the one thing about these people. They stick to the playbook, y'all. Certain things, they stick right to the playbook, man. So if you've been around long enough and you've been paying attention, you'll see patterns. All right? People say, whatever, you're crazy. Whatever, man. Look, I know I got the tinfoil. Where's it at? I know I got the tinfoil hat. It's all good. You need it, though.
Court boy, sucker.
All right. We're very proud of the tinfoil. The tinfoil. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, call me a tinfoil hat wearer, whatever you want to call me. Facts, don't change the facts, all right? And we see a scenario about to play out here. We see everything is right. Everything is, you know, coming together for this big mess with the election, voter fraud, ballots. And again, it all with the confusion, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to, you know, to cause a lot of trouble. That's what I see. Yeah, my man Linwood says, too crazy. Man, I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying, Linwood. You know what I'm saying. Slick Shoe just dropped a GIF. I can't show. Y'all can't see. It's too small. So yeah, Linwood knows what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. If you're old enough, that's what I mean. Young people, look, y'all. What are they called now? I don't even know. But if you were born like in, you know, if you're 18 now, that's why. If you were born in 2000, you can't even, you know, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't be in here. You have nothing of value to add to this conversation because you don't know. Okay. All right. We were there. All right. The OGs were there, son. And that's all. That's all I wanted to point out today with this. And like I said, I hope they don't do it. I hope they don't. Like my man Tomas, don't do it. He always said, that's what we always don't do it. It's an old saying. I think I got that from my man Bobby Sweaters. Don't do it. I hope they don't. I hope they don't give it to Biden. Because again, the overwhelming sentiment is that the people, the voters, are voting for Trump. And if Biden wins, like I said, they're going to piss off a lot of people. And like I said, because my man Lynn was just checking in, like I said, that's why it makes sense that they would do that, because they want to piss people off so that they can, step in and I don't know what's going to happen after that. That's what we they cause the problem, and they step in with the solution, right? We'll see. Slick Sue says I'm only half your OG. Hey, it's all good. Again, when I say that, I'm not knocking young people. It's just that it's you have to do. You can't just you got to do your due diligence, right? Because some people might, what are you talking about, voter? The people wouldn't do that. They can't do that. They're not supposed to. Of course, they're not supposed to. But they do. Doesn't change the fact that they do. Man, here you want to, since we got the tinfoil hat on here, I'm gonna give you another prediction. My opinion. This is what I alleged. This is my opinion, okay? And I've said this before, that if Biden wins, they're gonna find a reason. They're gonna find a reason to get. He's not, and the reason is obvious. Like, they get to say he's not competent, because he really isn't. I mean, he's really bad. He's really bad with the. You can't read the teleprompter. He says crazy. Like, people talk about the stuff that Trump says. The stuff that he says is funny, in my opinion. What does he call it? The China virus. I don't. What does he call the virus? What was he calling it? Oh man, what was he calling it? The China virus. Like, I want to say I heard him say the Wu-Tang virus one time. That's what Trump said. The Wuhan, he might as well say, the Wu-Tang virus. Like, Trump says funny shit. All right. But Biden, he's not, come on. It's like barely coherent. You could barely get through a speech. So here is my opinion of the scenario. And this is the scenario that's going to go down if he wins. In my opinion. This is the tinfoil hat. Let me raise the antenna. Like I said, they're going to get Biden in there. Then they're going to get him out. They're going to declare him unfit, whatever. And again, that's not going to be hard to do. That's not going to be hard to do. Again, people would agree, okay? Yeah. That's what kills me, is that why did they pick him? And I've said this before too. Why did they pick him to run? Why? So the only thing that makes sense is like, okay, get him in there, get him out. And I was joking when Dwayne Johnson, came out endorsing Biden and Harris. I was like, what? What, are they going to get Dwayne Johnson to step in? Like, is that what they're going to do? That would make sense. But no, the scenario in my, again, in my opinion, they get Biden in there. They find a reason to get him out, and then, it's Harris. Because she slipped up and said the Harris administration. we did it. I don't know if y'all saw that clip where she slips up and says, yes, the Harris administration, along with Joe Biden, like, she was doing an interview. But, that's, because basically who's going to be running shit if Biden, she's going to obviously have a lot of influence. So that's what I think. I think, in my opinion, if Biden wins, they're going to get him in here. They're going to get him out. And somebody else, then Harris would take over and then, get ready for the FEMA camps. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me get back to the comments. What do you guys think about that? Does that make any sense to you? Yeah, the Wuhan virus. Yeah, again, Trump. Trump's a funny guy, in my opinion. I don't get mad. That's what I mean. People get upset. Hey, he talks about this. Yeah, well, but he's entertaining at least. You know. Slick Shoe says, I think Trump wins by default. Biden becomes criminal. Well, you know, yeah. Speaking of, yeah, what happened to lock up Hillary? Lock her up. Remember that? Again, that's all for show. We all know these people say one thing, do another thing, right? Slick Shoe says, technically Harris is a criminal. Of course, look. Don't get me started, man. I mean, again, it's what they do, okay? It's again, you know the saying we have around here. It's been an old saying, you know, don't hate the player, hate the game. That's the game these people play, man. They're all questionable. But I'll call it everybody criminals again. I'm trying to be, you know, mild with it. But they're because that's the game. That's what you have to do. You can't be a politician and be fair. I mean, look, again, and be, you know, you got to play the game. Just like you can't go to work, you know, for somebody else and do what you think is, you know, you got to follow. You know, you got to follow the rules. It goes with, you know, and so with politics, that's just the way it is. All these people, and they know what it is, and so I'm to the point where, and I've met some local politicians. You know, I met just a couple years ago. We were down in Vegas and we're doing some promo stuff. I was working with organization called Daddies Matter 2, which is an organization for you know, single fathers that a friend of mine, Brenda Brown, she's founded that to bring awareness to single fathers and resources and stuff. So we're, you know, and my good friend DJ Remix, obviously the Court Boys, founding member of the Court Boys radio show. He's in Vegas as well. He works at station out there, Power 88. And so, you know, we have a good listener, you know, audience base out there in Vegas. Our show was on Power 88 for about 4 years out there. So long story short, I've done some events. We'd actually done some events on local level. Rodney Harris, I want to say, I think it was Rodney Harris. I actually did some promo ads for him. We did some promo, like I said, we did some promo ads and stuff. And I, you know, met the man, veteran, you know, good guy. And so I can say that I think people still get into it with the right intentions here, right? And for those who are listening on the audio only podcast, I'm gesturing towards my heart area, okay, my chest. There are still people that, you know, get into politics with the right, you know, again, intentions. But for you to survive and to elevate in that space, in my opinion, you cannot be. You have to do, you know, you have to play the game, and the game is dirty. All right, let's just say that, right? It is. So, you know, that's my spiel on politics. And like I said, you know, shout out, you know, again, there are people that are trying. You know, there are people that are trying. I just think, you know, there's only so much you can do. If you're trying to really do the right thing, you're only going to get so far, in my opinion. We've seen time and time again. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Let me know what you guys think. But yes, I'm gonna cut it for real this time. I always say that, and then you guys pop in with more comments, and we keep going. Okay, now we're at an hour, so that's perfect. We'll cut it here. I appreciate everybody checking in. Hey, make sure you like and share this. All right. Pearlie Cue Podcast, man. This is episode 5. All right. Like I said, we're doing a little rebranding. Not rebranding, but, you know, just changing it up a little bit. And that's why it's episode 5, because it's episode 5 of the Pearlie Cue Podcast. We've been doing the Court Boys radio show for years. We got a million episodes. I got to go through and start repurposing those because I hate having to start over. Episode 5. Yeah, Slick Shoe says yes, blackmail, you know, a lot of stuff. You know, again, the favors, right? The stuff you do, you know, we all know this, you know, what goes on, you know, in politics. But yeah, Slick Shoe says, yeah, game of blackmail basically need to be bought to play, hence they hate Trump. And so that's the argument, sure. The people that don't like Trump, you know, I don't know. Like, what did he do that was so horrible? Like, other than that, you know, people think he's racist. I guess. I don't know. The Slick Shoe says, thanks for the stream. Yes, sir. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, thank everybody for tuning in. All right, links in the description. All right, again, where you can find us. All right, everywhere. Mixcloud especially. Make sure you can, you know, if you could go over there, we got exclusive content. Only on Mixcloud, all right? Again, digging in the crates, giving you all this work, all right? Classic hip-hop and R&B and all that good stuff. And more. The podcast, of course. And I think, yeah, actually, we're streaming live right now on Mixcloud. And so you guys will get this. This will be ready and archived, the audio version, for all of our listeners on Mixcloud. So, and oh yes, another thing I wanted to point out: donation links are in the description as well. Yes, when it comes to support, look, we need you guys. If you like the content and you want more, we'd appreciate it. All right, if you could support. That's why I made you could do that. Again, we have direct links in the description. All right, Cash App, PayPal. And like I said, and if you want to support the content over on, you can support us directly over on Mixcloud, all right, with a subscription. I believe it's $5 a month. So there are many ways you can support, all right, the content. But like I said, you know, it's up to you. But we appreciate your support. And that's it, all right? It's your man Pearlie Cue in the building. This is the Pearlie Cue Podcast, y'all, all right? Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next video.